Greetings, this is JP Vanir, and I will be talking about human living vampire beginnings. With every beginning, there is a great force, gods and goddesses, as it takes more than one to create everything. With these great forces arose mankind and Layla. They are the first two. Man represents the lighter aspects, and Layla represents the darker elements. It is through them that we acknowledge day versus night. Layla is the night, and humankind is the day side. She, our queen, one day awoke to her abilities and realized she was given certain vampiric abilities. It was through sexual union that she found out that she could drain man of his energy. And thus, she found out her true nature. Man did not like being drained and wanted to dominate her, so she left. She then traveled through the astral realms to find the shadow realm and mate with gods and goddesses. To take their sexual energy and eventually become a vampire goddess, teaching them how to feed and how to manipulate humankind is her way. She taught them many things in the liking of her image. Lilith, or Layla, and her children are often worshipped for sacred sexuality. Layla also proclaimed God's avowed name and drained him of some of his power to grow even stronger. When she left man, she did so she could harness the power that was a part of her all along. Then woman was born, Eve, of this great force. She was, as he was, and populated the earth, bringing forth the human era. This process did not take lightly, as Layla and her breed needed to be fed to be satisfied. As Layla was already the patron of the night side, she too would only come out at night. The sun being great energy depleter of the shadows, we avoided its power by staying out of the sun and when in the sun we become dizzy, lightheaded, and extremely tired, as well as the lack of feeding. As Layla was already the patron of the night side, she too would only come out at night. The sun being the great energy depleter of the dark ones, being too strong for us, we avoided the power by staying out of the sun. And not avoiding the sun, we become dizzy, lightheaded, and extremely tired, as well as a lack of feeding. She is ever evolving, and she is older than normal humanity. Women was created to finish repopulating the human realm. These are the dark ages before us now and all of our kind. We do not place any objections upon society, but feel strongly about our community, the vampire community. People are our strengthening tools as well as destructive ones. They are usually the root to our progression in oblivion. As long as there have been those who have shed light in the world, into the world of darkness. There are those of us who wish to keep the darkness. We are the hidden ones, being born of the essence to feed. We are born again and again so that we may. Humans are our food to this, as they also oppose us as well as we are protectors of the human realm, as human realm they continually destroy. We are protectors of the human world that mankind continually destroys. We must respect them as we need them, and many are good people. We must learn to all live in harmony for the best of this world we live in and for the best of our kind. The incubi and succubi, which is where the main energy is taken best. Sexual energy, that is. Eternal, we wander, moving the rhythm of our own inner tides. Our heightened awareness of ourselves and the world around us forces us to acknowledge natural rhythms that others simply ignore. As the day comes to the night, we can feel it, and we know that the true realm of magic is the night for us. For that is when we have the advantage in power, the nighttime. The moon grows in waxing and waning, and we feel it. We know too that there are more complex rhythms of power tied to their phases. The wheel of the year turns around. We feel the wild times. We are born from our queen, Layla, essence, as well as the other vampire gods and goddesses which dwell in the shadow realms. And it is there that we are given our abilities and empower us. Through a ritual reincarnation, we severed our living tides and gained immortality. Our vampire soul is immortal as their vampire gods and goddesses struck in their human bodies, in which we exchange for our new bodies after every human death. As vampire gods, we shall rise over and never die, but are stuck in this human realm. We also need to continually feed on human energy since we are gods and goddesses in a weaker human form, and therefore deplete our human body. The vampire gods and goddesses are very ancient. Which means older, the religions created by humans. Though most of the gods and goddesses of man-made religions are vampiric, as are most of the real gods and goddesses, though not all of these are born from the vampire gods and goddesses, are vampire themselves. Humans can also evolve into vampires through spiritual evolution, learning such things. The evolution of vampirism is very uncertain as our power's abilities evolve. Who knows what they can accomplish? And I believe that we get more evolved in each life, each time. Unfortunately, not all of us remember our past lives and lose what we have gained. We must strive to challenge our minds and to do this in order to reach our full potential. Thank you.